Yeah, this is LFDRA audio. If I knew at the age of 25, at the age of 25 in 2013, if I knew I was going to be abducted and drugged over 7 times for over 12 years without a day in court to determine fact from fiction, what someone said, lies someone told to the government, what my sister told the government was false, and I haven't had a day in court to dispute it. I don't get me wrong, I did say that I did speak about Thomas S. Monson, and I did speak about the CIA and the Utah Mormon cult and Thomas S. Monson, and I did speak. I didn't say what my sister claims I said to her. They've based this whole 7 times I've been abducted and drugged without a day in court. See, according to it in SAS training, what they released about SAS training, if you arrest someone or you discipline someone and don't tell them what they're being disciplined or arrested for, and they've got no aspect of being able to dispute what someone has said before, for an example, an arrest court for someone to be abducted and drugged, an arrest court where that person can call witnesses and everything to determine fact from fiction of what someone has said, according to it in SAS training, training that has been released to the public through documentaries. If they discipline an SAS recruit, but they don't tell them what they're being disciplined or what they have the context of discipline for, being arrested without a day in court at the age of 25, if I knew I was going to be abducted and drugged over 7 times on false information that someone's partially correct. Yes, I did say I spoke about Thomas S. Monson and the Utah Mormon cult, and I am Mr. Harry Stiller, and I was taken to Maryborough Health Service, Mental Health Services, Maryborough Health Service, and I was locked in seclusion. I was locked in a locked door policy of Campbell Newman without a day in court to prosecute false claims that someone had told the government that worked for the government for 4 months in their whole life as a school cleaner, toilet cleaner. And she said to the government, this is what she said. She said, he's talking about the CIA in the he called the, actually all I said was, this is what I said. I said, Thomas S. Monson belongs to the Utah Mormon cult. I said Thomas S. Monson was a Vietnam veteran who then became the president of the Utah Mormon cult, and I was talking about Thomas S. Monson, and I said he probably worked for the CIA because he was a military veteran, so of course he worked for the United States government. But what CIA stand for? Control, Install, Autonomy. I didn't say that, but she said, and I was talking to her while I was sitting in front of the TV, and I was talking to her in her lounge room while she was in the kitchen, and I said, and that's what I said, I was talking about Thomas S. Monson, and I said something about, they made a big thing over saying the CIA and the Utah Mormon cult for fucking years. You know what she said to the government? She said, oh, my brother's hearing voices, he's talking about the CIA in the local church, which my sister's church was the Utah Mormon cult, and I told her it was a cult, and that Thomas S. Monson was a Vietnam veteran. And I said, yeah, look, it's probably been used by the CIA, that they can neither confirm nor deny. That's what I said. She made up all this other shit, said I was hearing voices. I was arrested. I refused to take the medication. I was just locked in seclusion, didn't see a psychiatrist, pushed to the floor, injected with long-acting high-potency dopamine blockers. And then over 7 to 12 years, I've been abducted and I've been arrested over 7 times. And they said, if you don't have your brain measured to this MRI hard drive, you'll be arrested. If you don't take the injection medication, you'll be arrested. I had no avenue, I had no option of of going to court to determine fact from fiction in the aspect, see, people could just make up false shit. But I had already reported before that event. I already reported to the National Security Hotline what the Indian soldier told me that was working on a banana farm with an Indian soldier ID card about the Al-Qaeda network, Indian subcontinent Al-Qaeda network planning to attack bridges, which I already reported to the National Security Hotline. I was just arrested and drugged on stuff that my sister Kim made up to the government. She was working for Definition 6 for 4 months in her whole life, and she made up all these false claims. I'm yet to get a day in court to prosecute the government for compensation. Yet. They have knowingly committed a genocide. They've murdered over 170,000 people over the past 5 years. The belief of psychiatrists' belief is they're not measured, yet they'll knowingly arrest people, forcefully drug them, and measure their brains to fucking hard drives. I never said to my sister Kim what she told the government. All I said was Thomas S. Monson was a Vietnam veteran, and the Utah Mormon cult probably has been used by the CIA, having all of their officers all over the planet that they can neither confirm nor deny. That's all I said to her. I never said how she said it to Definition 6, or to the Justice of the Peace that got a judicial order for an abduct and drug. But I didn't get actual assessment. They went on what she said for fucking years until she told me a year ago what she told the government. Definition 6, I wasn't able to call witnesses to exactly what she said. But to the context, Thomas S. Monson treats Stiller's mind. MHS, Maryborough Health Service, Mr. Harry Stiller. I'm yet to have a day in court to prosecute the government's genocide. The government, the ALP, the LNP have knowingly committed a genocide and shoved it under the carpet. There's been over 170,000 people murdered over the past 5 years. The belief of psychiatrists is they're not measured to a fucking apparatus of fucking malware, yet where does the fucking money go? Yeah, as I said, at the age of 25, if I knew I was going to be abducted and drugged at the age of 25, I would have preferred to have been shot dead and cremated without body part thefts, having to consume over 12 years of my life, being abducted and drugged over 7 times, being forcefully injected for over 12 fucking years. I would have preferred death I would have preferred being shot dead at the age of 25 and cremated without any body part thefts. From how they commit their genocide and do all of that in their measured apparatus and malware, I would have preferred fucking death. I would have preferred being shot dead at the age of 25 and cremated without body part thefts. No one has an option to prosecute the government's genocide. They have knowingly committed genocide through the fortification of their measured apparatuses. Psychiatrists have the belief they're not measured to a measured apparatus. Measurement crimes exist. Measurement theft crimes exist. Semantic scanning. Why is it now that Microsoft has produced a product statement in their terms and conditions about semantics and semantic decoding? Measurements of the brain in BCI technologies. LFDRA do and don't support BCI technologies. We do and don't. Semantics is an aspect of BCI technologies. It is terrorism. I would have preferred to have been shot dead at the age of 25 than to have to consume the malware of ALP and LMP for over 12 years without an actual real day in fucking court to prosecute what the fucking government is fortifying on what fictitious stuff people have said. But nor can the CIA confirm nor deny that Thomas S. Monson, according to it, the Utah Mormon cult has a whole heap of shell companies with their $100 billion they've stockpiled, and they've worked out it's not a charity. And of course, having locations all over the planet, maybe apart from North Korea, of course, US government people would have exploited it. So, pretty much all I said was Thomas S. Monson was a Vietnam veteran and it probably has been used by the CIA. I never said it was the CIA. All I said it probably has been used by the CIA. Obviously, relics, all they're doing is collecting money in measurement crimes, crimes of measurement crimes, measurement theft crimes, and now in product disclosure, Microsoft has got about semantics in their product disclosure terms of use. And according to it, what else she said? She said I was talking in front of the TV. Well, I was actually talking to her in the kitchen while I was watching TV and also on my laptop writing the AWO policy that I sent to the feds, the DPMC, in 2013. I was talking to my sister sitting in front of the TV while she was in the bloody kitchen. So she's made up all this stuff. I hadn't had a day in an arrest court before a forced drugging and abduction and drugging and labelling. So all they want is human slaves in their human slavery trade, in their measured apparatus of malware. You've got no option of a day in court to prosecute the government on what someone said before. They'll just abduct and drug you for the rest of your fucking labelled life in their measured apparatus of malware.